Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
3 students at the Rapid City Alternative Academy are facing consequences following an incident involving a gun Wednesday morning. Rapid City Area School says a Rapid City Police school resource officer responded to a bathroom after seeing several students enter. 5 boys were detained during the investigation. 1 tried to run from the school but was stopped.
The student was searched and a loaded handgun was found. It was later determined to be stolen from an earlier vehicle burglary. Authorities say there is no evidence that the student planned to use the gun at the school. 1 man was taken to the hospital after authorities say he was allegedly stabbed while forcing his way into a home. The Pennington County Sheriff's Department says deputies responded to an area of Westgate Road around 3:30 Wednesday morning. During an investigation, authorities say a man suffered his injuries while allegedly forcing his way into a home.
Authorities say he is in serious but stable condition. Charges are pending against him. The owners are cooperating with the investigation. Now, if you have any information, you're asked to call the Pennington County Sheriff's Office.
41-year-old Robert Newman is in the Minnehaha County Jail accused of soliciting a minor as well as possessing, manufacturing, or distributing child pornography and failing to provide information as a sex offender.
Newman is on the state's sex offender registry. He was convicted in federal court in 2004 for receiving child pornography. In 2016, he was convicted for child porn in state court.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at temperatures today to hit the 40s, 50s, and 60s. We may see 60-degree weather today in western South Dakota. That's our going high in Rapid City. 51 in Pierre, 53 in Sioux Falls, and 46 in Aberdeen. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. A Sioux Falls homeowner had a Halloween surprise he never expected. This trick-or-treater took off with all of the candy. They even snatched the bowl.
Only a sign that said "Smile for the camera" was left behind. When he watched the video, it wasn't the theft that surprised the homeowner, but what happened next.
I'm giving them candy. They didn't have none.
I feel bad. People probably stole all their candies.
As more kids filed onto the porch, they each took turns donating their own candy. For the homeowner, capturing the kindness on camera was a treat even sweeter than any candy.
Now, since we don't know who the kids in the video are, we blurred their faces, but if you recognize them as your own, we'd like to do a story with them.
Well, in an effort to help parents slim down the stacks of candy in their houses, Sensational Smiles hosted a candy buyback program on Wednesday. People got $1 for every pound of candy brought to their offices.
However, the dentists aren't just keeping it all for themselves. They're donating it to the Children's Home Society.
Really, all of our work here at Children's Home Society wouldn't happen without a lot of friends. So we just really appreciate people that think about Children's Home, think about the children that are here.
Sensational Smiles was only accepting candy through yesterday, but if you still want to help the Children's Home Society, you can check out their wish list of needed items. We've posted a link to this with this story right here on KELOLAND.com. Well, it has stood for decades as a bright holiday beacon in downtown Sioux Falls, but the big Christmas tree on Minnesota Avenue will soon be coming down.
The church, which owns the property, says the 50-foot pine is dying and losing branches, posing a safety hazard. So a crew will cut down the tree this month, even though many people will miss this longtime landmark. The pastor of First United Methodist says it was a very difficult decision.
Well, the congregation's response was sadness. This tree has meant a lot to people over the years and definitely to folks within our congregation.
The old tree will be replaced by a 40-foot artificial tree that will be located in the church parking lot. Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right, as we look at our weather forecast today, well, nice early November weather. I think today we'll pull back into the mid and upper 40s in northeast KELOLAND, even 50-degree weather, pretty common in the south. And overall, when we get some sunshine to come through some of these passing clouds, I think it feels pretty good. The winds aren't too terribly strong. More of a southerly flow today, and then as we have a weak system coming through tonight, maybe we find room for a passing shower or sprinkle in the northeast. That will zip off to the east, and then a subtle northwesterly flow in the forecast for Friday morning. And, well, as we look at Friday's forecast, still more 50s in southern KENDLE-land. Could we see another passing shower late Friday night or early Saturday? The answer is yes across the south. And then as we get into our forecast for the weekend, I think we're probably going to warm up a little bit better. In fact, all signals are a go for Sunday into the 60s for some of us. So that'll feel pretty nice. Today, 54 Mitchell, 54 degrees in Chamberlain, 60 in Rapid City. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. By and large, temperatures at or above the averages for the weekend. The rain shower chances do look a little better starting, I'd say, Monday morning. Sioux Falls, maybe into Tuesday. Another part of this weather pattern comes out into the plains. Nothing heavy, nothing major for storms here, but we do want to mention some of the shower chances even as early as Sunday late afternoon in the northeast. Those highs, though, in the 50s for the weekend. Here in central South Dakota should also be well into the 50s. Maybe Sunday, if we can slow that system down a little bit, it could still warm up a little bit more in parts of south central South Dakota. I could see 60s there, and Rapid City too. It's just more of a timing issue for the last half of the weekend, but do anticipate a little rain in the region by late Sunday and Monday. Check out more details online at KENDLELAND.com.